Good morning, boys and girls. It's Dr. Sanders back in the region's largest classroom, here to teach a little ELA and math for my pre-K and kindergarten students. But like I always say, it doesn't matter if you're 2 or 102. Hopefully you can learn something, but most definitely you have some fun. That's right. I work at Adams Elementary in St. Louis Public Schools, and I'm ready to get started. Are you? Let's check out our objectives for the week. I'm going to take this number chart down just for a second. Our objectives are: students will listen for different purposes and recognize numbers up to 20. Up to 20. And we may go over 20, but here we go. So today, let's get started with some counting. Are you ready to count? We are going to count from 0 to 100 by ones. I need everyone's help. So here we go. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's go. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Let's do it like a robot. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, regular voice, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. In the baby voice, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Let's wrap it. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. You want to do that? Let's do that one again. Let's rap again. 71, 72, 73, 74, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. All right, let's regular voice. 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. We're going to start low and get really loud. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 100, 100. We made it to 100. Now I got a drink of water. Here we go. Now we're going to count from 0 to 100 by 5. 0 to 100 by 5s. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 100. We made it to 100. Now we're going to count from 0 to 100 by 10s. Just like adding by 10s, right? It's adding 10 each time. Here we go. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 100. 100. We made it to 100. Oh. All right, boys and girls. Now we're going to count backwards. When you're counting backwards, it's like subtracting by ones. We don't count backwards from 10 to 0. And it's like subtracting by ones. So hands in the air. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! All right. Now we're going to count from 0 to 10 in Spanish. All right. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boys and girls, we're going to look at some numbers. Thank you for helping me count. It makes me feel so well that you're getting so much better at counting. We're going to look at some numbers. I want you to tell me what numbers that you see. Okay? Here we go. What number is this? 5. That's right. That's the number 5. Can you show me 5 fingers? 5. So 5 plus 0 is 5. And what else? Yes. 4 plus 1 is 5. Or 1 plus 4. Yes. 3 plus 2 is 5. Or 2 plus 3 is 5. 2 plus 3 equals 5. All right. And what number is this? 18. What 2 digits make up 18? A 1 and an 8. You know, I'll tell you something. Listen to this. 9 plus 9 equals 18. Everybody say that. 9 plus 9 equals 18. Remember that. Just remember that. All right. And what number is this? 12. What 2 digits make up 12? A 1 and a 2. Yes, a 1 and a 2. 12. Let me tell you something. 6 plus 6 equals 12. 6 plus 6 equals 12. All right, what number is this? 20. That is right. That's the number 20. What 2 digits make up 20? A 2 and a 0. Okay, you ready for another addition problem? Equation. 10 plus 10 equals 20. 10 plus 10 equals 20. And what number is this? 13. 13. What 2 digits make up 13? A 1 and a 3. We don't have 2 numbers. 2 numbers equal, let's see. 10 plus 3 equals 13. 10 plus 3 equals 13. And what number is this? That's the number 9. Can you show me 9 fingers? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 5 plus 4 equals 9. Or 4 plus 5 equals 9. We'll continue to learn a lot more that numbers and addition equations. But we want to make sure we can recognize our numbers, and then we'll give them higher and higher and higher. All right, everybody, please stand. Please stand. All right, jump up and down 5 times. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nod your head 8 times. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Raise your shoulders 10 times. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, 10 jumping jacks. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's sit down on, what do you want to do? Oh, you want to, what? I forgot what it's, the dab? Oh, the floss. That's right. Let's do the floss. Let's do the floss 10 times. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's sit down on 3. 1, 2, 3. Up, down. Sit right down on the ground or the chair or the couch. But don't jump on the couch. Just sit down. Boys and girls, this week, we said we're going to talk about reading for a purpose. Reading for purpose. And sometimes when the author writes a story, sometimes they want to give us information. Sometimes they want to entertain us or make us laugh. And sometimes they want us to, they want to persuade us. That's a big word. Say persuade. Try to get us to like their things. But when we read for almost the same purposes, but usually we read for entertainment or we read to get information. Yesterday we read a book about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and it gave us a lot of information. And as we talked about, we're going to read another book that's going to give us some information. It's a little, it could be entertaining to you, but it also gives us information about what's going on. And so, so our book is called, we read it before, but we're still dealing with this. It's called Rona, Rona, Go Away. Rona, Rona, Go Away. We still had the coronavirus is still going on. That a vaccine came, which means they can help so we don't catch the coronavirus, but you still have to stay safe. Are you still wearing your mask? Are you still wearing your mask? And make sure you're wearing it over your nose, right? Not like this, right? But make sure you're wearing your mask. But let's read this book written by the Adrienne Draper. So she's the author. So what does the author do? Writes the words in the story. And it's illustrated by Yunushka Danawila. And the illustrator does what? Draws the pictures. And this is a St. Louis author. And she gave me permission. And I read this book before, but I'm going to read it again because we still got to remember, we don't want that coronavirus around here. This is the what? Front cover. This is the what? Spine. This is the what? Back cover. And Miss Draper actually gives me permission to read the story. And guess what? I even got her autograph. And if you look at the front, you can see the what? The arch. Right, you can see the arch. So this is a St. Louis author. It's amazing that she lets me read her story. Another part of the book we said we're going to talk about, we said front cover, back cover. This is the what? The title page. Everybody say title page. Title page. All right. It was the week before spring break, and we were all excited. My parents always chose different cities to visit so that no magnet on our refrigerator was ever the same. That Wednesday, backpacks filled as if it was the last day of school. Teachers explained our break was beginning as early as tomorrow, and we were all thrilled about this longer vacation. That evening, Dad said we were staycationing, since some cities closed fun places. Mom always made us wash our hands, but that time seemed different. There was a virus that was making a lot of people sick, so families were ordered to stay home to avoid spreading it. Dad and I wore masks as we rode to get things for the house. It seemed like every car we passed did the same. We drove further we drove further than normal because stores were running out of things. Every cart had toilet tissue and paper towels. By the time we got to the aisle, there was barely any left. When we went to the toy aisle, my job was to find games we could play together. I chose puzzles, board games, cards, and sidewalk chalk. It was a good thing it was just Dad and I because our truck was loaded. We stopped by my grandparents before going home. Dad and I placed the items on their porch, got back in the car, then called to let them know they were there. We waved and talked from the car, then left. More and more stores began to close, so dinner at home became normal. Before, we were always heading to practice after school and rarely had time to sit down for dinner. One day I looked up at the sky. There were so many thick, beautiful clouds. The blue sky barely peeked through. Dad says since more people work from home, there was less pollution. We played every game 1,000,000 times, watched every movie 1,000,000,000 times, and I miss my family and friends. Dad thought it would be a great idea to go bike riding throughout the neighborhood. We rode past the park, but the playground was taped off like a crime scene. Suddenly, the bike ride didn't seem like fun. Mom had to go back to work. She was a postal worker, so she was considered essential. Dad no longer left for work. Instead, he kept his bedroom door closed when he was in meetings. He usually scheduled them when we were in our virtual classrooms. It had been weeks since we were in school, and I was so anxious the first time we had our virtual class. We were all excited to see each other. Mrs. Robinson had to mute us so we could hear her speak. She asked what were our 3 pluses and a wish. When it was my turn, I said, I like when my parents cooked, enjoyed spending time with my family, glad pollution was down, but my wish was for Corona to go away. My friends began to chant, Rona, Rona, go away. Rona, Rona, go away. This was the beginning of our new normal. Let me hear you chant, Rona, Rona, go away. Rona, Rona, go away. Oh, Rona. Yes, do we all want coronavirus to go away? Yes, we do. Question for you. How do you think the boy felt when he had to drop the groceries off to his grandparents without seeing them? He probably felt sad because he couldn't touch them. He couldn't give him a hug. Yeah, do you love her hugging your grandparents or your grown-ups? Yes, and when Corona is around, sometimes it's kind of hard because we want to make sure everyone stays safe. Some of us are back in school, but some of us are still virtual because we have parents and grown-ups that have to stay safe, that are vulnerable. If you're at school, how do you keep yourself safe at school? Yes, you wear a mask. You wash your hands. Yes, wash your hands. Do you just do this? Get some soap and say, and then you're finished? No. Yes, you wash them. You get them all clean between your hands. About 20 seconds, right? You can count to 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, really slow to make sure they're clean. Then you rinse, and then you turn the water off with a paper towel. How else are you staying safe at school? 6 feet apart? Yes. Stay 6 feet apart. Stay in your safety bubble. Some of you have dividers. Some of you have dividers on your tables. Okay. All right. And we just got to make sure we stay safe. All right. Again, this is a St. Louis author. If you don't have this book, grown-ups, maybe students, maybe you can go buy it. Remember, it's a St. Louis Black author, and she gives some great teachers, educators. She gives some great questions at the back that you can ask your students. And I actually use them to ask you some of my questions. All right, let's do a little work. Let's do a little work. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's count the names and the letters in my friends' names. Whose name is this? Keisha. Let's count Keisha's letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She has 6 letters in her name. Whose name is this? Harold. Let's count his letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He also has 6. 6 and 6 are the same, right? And whose name is this? All the way from Florida. Jameer. Let's count Jameer's letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And whose name is this? Hi, Ellie. Let's count her letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hi, Ellie. And whose name is this? Henry. Hey, Henry, how you doing? Let's count his letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Henry has 5 letters in his name. He has 5 letters in his name. Boys and girls, remember to keep sending those names in. Keep sending. If you want to send your teacher's name in or your grown-up's name in, I'll read that as well. All right, let's look at before we look at our sight words, our new sight words, let's take my number chart down. Got to put this over here. Let's think about our words we already have that we've looked at so far. And let's just read these words. All right, let's just read these words. And, ooh, these are letters of the alphabet. Interesting. What's this word? Down. D-O-W-N. Down. Funny. F-U-N-N-Y. Funny. Good. G-O-O-D. Good. Just. J-U-S-T. Just. Zip. Z-I-P. Zip. All right, let's look at our words for this week. This word really makes me think. Think. This word is think. Let's spell think. Think. T-H-I-N-K. Think. Make sure you're always thinking before you just answer. And what word is this? Help. If you need something and you can't do it by yourself, ask for help. Don't say I can't do it. Say I need help. Let's spell help. Help. H-E-L-P. Help. And what word is this? Who? Who is listening right now? Are you listening? Yes, thank you for listening. Who? Let's spell who. W-H-O. Who? And what word is this? Eat. Eat. What did you eat for lunch? I like to eat potato chips with hot sauce. Let's spell eat. Eat. E-A-T. Eat. Boys and girls, you can use, like when we use these words, when you say these words, we can use them in a sentence too. You know what I would love to see? I would love to see some of your sentences written down. Like if you say, I like to eat broccoli, Maybe you can draw your own. Maybe you can draw a book that says eat. Or you can have a book or draw a picture of the broccoli and write at the bottom of your paper, I like to eat broccoli. And then maybe take a picture of it and share it on social media and tag 9 Network or tag 9 in there, and maybe I'll be able to see it. Or you can send it to me. You're grown-ups now to do that stuff. All right. Let's look at our letters and a couple sounds. And our sounds, what letter is this? E. What sound does it make? It makes 2 sounds, E and E. What letter is this? K. What sound does it make? K. And what letter is this? W. What sound does it make? W. W. Water. Water. What letter is this? R. And what sound does it make? R. And what letter is this? N. And what sound does it make? Neck. I have my neck. Point to your neck. All right, boys and girls. Remember to always do a great job. And I love how you listen to me all the time. And I love that you're doing a great job in school. And guess what time it is? That's right. It's time for me to go. But before we go, let's spell. What word is this? 9. Let's spell 9. N-I-N-E. 9. Thank you for being in room 9. Bye-bye.
Teaching in Room 9 is made possible with support of Bank of America, Dana Brown Charitable Trust, Emerson, and viewers like you.